Welcome to Back Post, a brand new football podcast, never seen before, totally unique. Three mates talking about football. I am joined by Spurs. Oh, I was going to say a Spurs fan, and then you
already interrupted. This is terrible.
Got no chemistry.
Seb on football, Tottenham Hotspur fan. I normally say long-time suffering Spurs fan, but now that we're massive and we win trophies, European trophies specifically, I don't have to say that anymore. So I'm now a long-term Spurs fan, no suffering involved. Yeah.
Okay.
I had to get it off my chest.
And to the left of me?
I'm Tobes. I'm proper Chelsea, but I'm also a professional piss taker, I would say. So.
Rage bait merchant. And I'm the resident Arsenal fan. Rory Talks Football is my online persona. And on here I am just Rory.
More famous for Rory Talks these days, actually. So.
Yeah, Rory Talks Football, Rory Talks Arsenal, Rory Talks Facts.
We'll see about that, mate.
The premise of the show?
Yes. Three mates talking about football.
Yeah, there's just not enough of those. I feel like we really can nail that.
How many are there where you've just got pure hatred across the board?
Yeah, that is the big thing. The London derbies.
Yeah.
Spurs, Chelsea and Arsenal. Very, very exciting.
And it's also the fact that I think our first opening weeks with a North London derby.
Absolutely incredible.
And coming up, Chelsea-Arsenal. There's a lot to talk about. Obviously, Arsenal are on the precipice of winning the league. They've won it in November.
Bottling another league.
They do many years.
Maybe.
Yeah,
actually.
It's almost like we are.
Fascinated to see what happens.
It's almost like we planned it to launch now.
Yeah, literally. It's almost like it was a genius idea.
Yeah. Speaking of the North London derby.
Yep.
This is it. Our first preview.
Huge.
It's a big one.
Yeah, it is at the Emirates. We never win there, but this weekend could potentially be different. A lot of injuries to talk about. Obviously, set pieces may be quite prominent in this game.
I reckon two of the most boring teams in the league.
Yeah, genuinely.
I want to be excited for it because as a neutral, it's one of those fun ones where you can't lose.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny if Spurs lose, it's funny if Arsenal lose. If you both draw, neither of you won. So
yeah,
it's usually an enjoyable fixture, but I think from an entertainment standpoint, I'm not so sure.
It's not going to be thrills and spills every corner, is it? It's going to be probably Arsenal having a lot of the ball, Spurs sitting very, very deep, and Arsenal having a lot of corners. And we long throws. That's Kevin Dantzler's stuff.
No Gabriel.
Yeah, true.
No Gabriel. The issue is Spurs Arsenal used to be really entertaining. Like, you look back at history, but it's just Thomas Frank's come in. With
Frank's the problem, not Arteta.
Thomas Frank is
Frank's the problem.
He is.
Okay.
Has there been a good one under Arteta?
2-2 at the Emirates, and his first season was great.
When we went 3-2 up at their place. No, we went
3-0 up.
We went 3-0 up,
and then
then Romero went up front.
That was
we nearly got back into it. Apart from that, I mean, we've had 4-4s in the past. We've had all sorts of games, going back all the way. I mean, when it was like Wenger days, when we had Harry Redknapp, Vilas Boas, Sherwood, etc. All of those North London derbies always used to be a cracker to watch. Not always fun for us, but
actually.
Yeah, we had a few great games, a few unbelievable Harry Kane goals.
Harry
Kane, shout out to him in the background there.
Yeah,
very fitting for the North London derby as well. Top goal scorer of all time. And
now who've you got? Richarlison up front. So
don't disrespect Richarlison.
It is an out-and-out
insert clip of Richarlison scoring.
I don't even know who's going to be up top for us, but we will get into a combined 11.
Talk about the injuries, I think, first.
Yeah, lots of them.
That feels very prominent. Do you want to? Who are Arsenal missing from the game? Confirmed. Go on, list them off.
Gabriel.
Yeah.
Erdegaard.
Right.
Madueke. Kai Havertz. Victor Gyökeres.
Of average players.
Possibly Gabriel Martinelli.
Yeah.
6 players that would walk into your side, all missing.
I mean, not sure about that. But you got a few important players there. No Gyökeres or Havertz means you've got no natural number 9, which I presume means Merino probably starts for you up front. No Gabriel, your biggest goal-scoring threat and your best defender as well. What are you going to do without Gabriel? If we sit deep...
We've got Mosquera, we've got Hincapié. I like defensively. I don't think it'll make a difference. The one thing is, in a game where we will probably need a set piece, we haven't got him.
Yeah,
maybe this is the time for Mosquera to. Because physically,
He's big.
This is the time for him.
He just, I don't really feel like he's got it about him, though. He's not got that sort of...
I just have not seen enough of that guy. I thought at Liverpool he was all right, and obviously they only let in a free kick.
He
was good at
to come on 5 minutes into a game at Anfield. That was impressive. So,
but then Liverpool stunk it up for about 3 months. So I'm like, is it impressive?
Yeah. Was it actually impressive?
Was it real? Is his chain real?
I mean, the problem for us, though, is that we are also missing a lot of players. You've got Dominic Solanke obviously still not fit. Randall Colomawani is not fit, who shut up. Who has not played the most amount of football for Spurs, but it's definitely better than Richarlison. We've got Romero, I don't think is a doubt anymore. Destiny Udogie still not really fully fit. Mohamed Kudus has missed a bit of football as well, so he again is going to be fit, but how fit actually is he? Is that the only ones we're missing? Obviously,
still got the long term.
No Maddison, no Kudusevsky, no backup centre halves like Dragustin, Takai, etc. Not that they'd be that relevant. I know.
Who was
honestly gutting. Kota Takai,
Oh.
Japanese centre half inside
yeah.
the summer.
that's
Huge
definitely
talent
impressive.
apparently. So, but
Those
those are the notable absentees, which means that we'll probably have Richarlison up front starting the derby.
So it's a Walking Dead derby, to be honest.
Yeah, it's looking bleak in terms of like an actual game. I think you're going to set up with.
We're going to be subjected to watching Richarlison and Merino as strikers in a North London derby.
That's rough.
It's kind of nuts.
rough.
You've got
It's
Omri, Kane, Van Persie, all these guys, and we're watching
Richarlison.
I just can't
and
believe
Merino.
we've ended up here again. Like when we saw Merino up top last year, fair play to him, he put in a
He
shit.
did well, though.
I never in a million years thought that would be something that by November we would be seeing again.
Yeah.
The only hope is maybe Gabriel Martinelli, if he's back, because at least he can press.
Yeah, fair point,
I
but
think
I feel like
that's
Romero
very
and Van der Ven would eat
I was
him
gonna say, I
alive.
think
Yeah.
They want a bit of physical presence. Marino's all right in the air.
Merino's not that great physically, though.
Do you know what
He
though?
gets a few headers
He
off.
wins headers,
Yeah,
but
Maybe as well, Martelli, if he doesn't really occupy the defenders, Romero is somebody who does like to wonder sometimes.
Yeah.
Van der Ven the same a little bit, so that definitely could work in your favour. But
yeah, I just think Thomas Frank.
he could have
he's-
set up in the most.
He's still got the mentality of being a Brentford manager.
Yeah,
You're going to turn
a little
up
bit.
and he'll happily. If you could get a 0-0 draw, he'll be happy.
I can just see the highlights now with Haramble music.
It's going to be the most
Yeah.
disgusting little low block that we play. But you can't really blame us. The thing I've always said about teams going to Arsenal this season is so many teams just set up and completely nullify themselves going the other way and have no threat. I don't want us to do that because, I mean, watching a game, especially a derby, when you are just completely under the cosh the whole time.
You're waiting to lose.
Yeah, I don't want that to be the case. I want us to have at least a threat transitionally against, because you can be got at. Like there's no reason why Arsenal can't be got at. I feel like teams are so scared of you at the moment.
Especially if Gabriel's out. Like, that is a big one.
A big
like,
one.
If you could pick,
Huge
if you could
one,
pick
yeah,
a player, I don't want players injured for Arsenal. But if you could pick one, he would certainly be one. I'd be like,
Yeah.
that would
That would be
a good one
quite.
to miss.
It's actually quite favourable for us. But yeah, that's what I hope. I hope that we set up with enough going the other way. Hopefully, Xavi Simmons plays in the 10 again. I know, take the piss. He hasn't been that good so far, but neither's Eze. So
Genuinely, I'd rather he starts in the 10 than Bergvall. Because Bergvall starts in the 10, he drops in, it's a 4-5-1, it's horrible.
yeah.
If Xavi
From a
Simmons
defensive
starts in
point
the
of view,
10.
yeah. But do you know what? Xavi Simmons does work very, very hard. Like he does do a defensive. He's probably been better defensively than he has been offensively so far in a Spurs shirt. But
That speaks volumes.
I was going to say, Xavi Simmons' defensive
You've written
cops guy.
Xavi Simmons.
something incredible going into this game. Xavi Simmons has his old trim back.
Right.
The one that he,
Well,
when
that
we all see
changes
him,
everything.
he's got
Well,
this
and he was like 10.
frizzy hair. Like,
Yeah.
He's got the Cucurella hair going on, so maybe that makes a difference.
Maybe
Scored
Arsenal
midweek.
get a red card via Cucurella hair.
Yeah,
ball.
could you imagine that?
Who's
Imagine
the pig?
Imagine the Rory Talks
It's the
pick
sort of
box
thing
after
Michael
that.
Oliver would do. It's the sort of thing Michael
What
Oliver.
Go
player
on,
would do
get your complaining about the referee out of the way.
No, I'm not going to talk about referees because everyone gets angry about
He's
it.
not going to talk about referees until
No,
until something goes wrong.
Until
on
the
Sunday.
post-match.
Yeah, so
podcast.
it's Stuart Atwell and Michael Oliver, I believe, on VAR and referee.
Stuart
so-
Atwell's already overturned one of our penalties this season, controversially.
Rightly
against
so.
Fulham. The one against Fulham, where Saka gets cleaned out.
Cleaned out.
Cleaned. Oh
No.
my god! What, the one where Kevin won the ball in that challenge?
I'd love
After
to
going
know.
through
I'd
seconds.
love
No,
to know
no,
what you
no,
thought
no.
when Dowman was just jumping through the air and getting one. Why did that not go over?
Well, I thought that was probably a penalty as well.
Okay.
To be quite honest with you.
Yeah, we'll move on from VAR.
No, I think your biggest threat will be Kudus. That's
yeah,
the only
for
threat
sure.
you've got.
For sure. Well,
It's on that
okay.
side that
Wilson
Gabriel's
Odebear,
missing.
lovely little footballer. I don't know if he'll play
Yeah,
though.
Wilson Odebear against Jurriën Timber. Oh, scary.
I mean, you haven't seen Wilson Odebear, you haven't seen what he can do yet. But this is what I think that it will be: Xavi Simmons on the left, with Mohamed Kudus on the right, Richarlison through the middle, midfield three of Bergvall, Bentancur and Paulinho, brilliant, and then same back four as always, normal back four. So, well, actually, it's not just a tappy. It might be a doggy, it might be Spence at left back, one of those two. So, if we set up like that,
I just hear that. I'm like, where are you?
It's going to be a long day.
Well,
it is going to be a long
I
day.
don't think they will score.
No,
Genuinely, I think it'll be a 0-0 draw or Arsenal
1-0 from
win
a set
1-0.
piece or something.
Yeah.
Do you know the thing as well is that if we had like a Dominic Solanke who we could actually fire a ball into,
see him scoring
and
a goal.
but even he could just hold the ball up and relieve a bit of pressure. Richarlison is either falling over or getting absolutely bullied. There's no in between with Richarlison in terms of trying to get out in the box. If you've got a game where Richarlison can just live in the box and be a bit of a nuisance, not a bad player to have. Genuinely,
You won't be anywhere near our box. That's the problem.
No, we probably won't be, which is frustrating.
My only hope is the last time I spoke this much about how bad a game was going to be, and everyone else did, it was Arsenal versus Atletico Madrid.
And
Everyone was like, "Oh,
That was
good."
terrible.
Yeah, I hated
Well, I
watching
thought
that.
it was pretty fantastic.
Oh, of course
we won
you
4-0.
The first half was pretty. Was it? It
was 0-0 first half.
Yeah, all 4 goals in
Came
the
out-
second half.
Came out
so.
second half. Big Victor Gyökeres. We don't have him.
Oh my
two
God, yeah, that
brilliant
goal, I was like,
goals,
how's
yeah.
that gone in?
I mean, I don't know, but both unbelievable finishes. But I mean, we should probably get into a North London derby combined 11 because are we going to include injured players or not include injured players? What is fairer to do?
Adjudicator.
Yeah,
What would you like to do?
I think-
I normally do based on form and fitness.
I think you count the likes of Gabriel and whatever.
Okay.
Look, I wouldn't count, let's say, Gabriel Jesus, because does he exist anymore? Who knows?
He's on the
so
way
you don't
back.
want to include long termers like Maddison
I don't think Madison's fair.
or Kulusevski who've been out for ages, but you want to include players.
Kulusevski's been out a long time now.
I think we go no injured. I think we go no injured players allowed.
Yeah,
Well,
I
just
agree.
okay, well, just like
Form and
if
fitness.
everyone's.
Only if they are available to play the game, they can get in this combined 11. From what we know.
Oh, okay, so what the available from this weekend?
Yeah.
All right,
I
okay.
think we should do that. So
Go
obviously the setup is going to be me and Rory put forward a player. If we can't come to an agreement, which might be pretty difficult, Tobes will be the one who decides who gets into the final team.
Yeah.
We'll do a manager as well.
I mean, if you want to have the debate,
Yeah, the debate
Don't
is
think
there
it'll
to
be a
be
long
had,
one.
I think, you know.
I
I've
think
got 0 Premier
we
League
can
titles.
start by rattling through keeper Raya,
Yeah.
right back Timber,
Yeah.
right centre back Saliba.
Well.
Come
Oh, well. See, this is... we did a little debate on this yesterday, actually.
we did.
I mean, William Saliba, he's had a bit of a shaky start to the season, I'd say. He's not been...
Yeah,
He's
whopping 5 goals conceded. It's
No,
been,
he's been very good, and it is tough putting Romero in. I mean, the left centre half is obviously Mickey van der Ven. No debate there. He's been unbelievable
I'd
this
say-
season.
Would you not go Romero and Saliba?
But this is what I was going to say. I'd rather have Romero there next to Saliba, but if you're doing it based off the positions, you kind of got to put Romero in his proper position.
I don't think Van der Ven gets in, but I think
But Van
Romero
Ven,
does.
to be
Van
fair,
der Ven and
Van
Saliba
Ven's had
do
a
a
better
lot.
season, but they do a lot of the same things.
Mm.
yeah.
Romero is the Gabriel.
I'd probably just put Piero Hincapié in.
And you won't.
Um,
You
We don't know if that
absolutely
guy
will not
exists.
do that.
We don't
We're
know.
about to find
Play the
out.
grand total of
Let's
like
be honest.
one game for Arsenal. Mosquera also doesn't get.
Frimpong. Let's hold off on him.
So I'm putting forward.
I'll give you one of the whichever
I'll put
Spurs
forward
one you want.
Saliba and Romero. I'll put forward.
Yeah,
I think that's the fair one.
So you'll
can
take
take
that.
that, yeah.
And then left back is Destiny. No, it's Ricardo
Ricardo
Calafiori.
Calafiori.
Yeah, I'd love. Honestly, this will be a conversation within the next.
They're both Italian.
Year or so. If he- If Destiny
Yeah, but
Doggy can
Calafiori
just.
plays at centre back.
If Destiny Doggy can just stay fit, if he can just stay fit for a period of time, we know how he was talked about in his first season when he was fit. He's had so many injury problems over the past year or so. So if he can
Yeah.
stay fit, that may be a conversation that probably can't be had.
To be
right
fair,
now.
Ricardo Calafiori had big injury problems.
Yeah,
So, but this
exactly.
season he seems to have fixed it. So we're 4-1 to Arsenal.
4-1 to Arsenal right now.
Defence was always going to be a bit of a given, obviously.
Yeah.
how good Arsenal
Your
Yeah.
record is
defense.
ridiculous.
And now we're
defensively.
moving to the midfield. Well, I don't think it gets much better for you.
I'm
Yeah.
excited by the 10s, though.
Presumably we're going to Mendy Rice. Declan Rice.
Yeah, you're going to. But look, Paolini's had a good season for us so far, but he's just not the same player as Mendy is, and
No.
Declan Rice obviously strolls in the 8.
So then it's just about the attacking midfielder.
Yeah, I was going to say, because
So
so
it's
far
Eze.
we've got
Eze
and Simmons.
Erdegaard, Eze, Simmons, Madison.
Yeah.
Kulusevski's on the right, really, isn't he? you'd
Yeah,
say, even though
but
Kudus is
Maddison
there.
and Odegaard are taken out because they're not available
Yeah.
for the game. So it's
I think
it's Eze versus Simmons.
I think it's Eze,
Could I even put forward a Bergvall? Because he might play in there.
but he's not. He's not.
Yeah,
He's not
it is Simmons Eze.
It's
Look,
got to be Eze.
neither have been great at the start of this season. Obviously, credit in the bank would probably go to Barry Eze. Had an
Yeah.
unbelievable season last season. If you'd asked me last season, probably would have said Eze was a better player. So I'm happy to go with Eze as well.
Nice.
I'd love to put forward the argument for Simmons, but unfortunately in the Prem, I mean the Chelsea game, he was better in the United game, but again not huge impact, so I can't really.
I think even
not
as
really
much
say
as
much
Eze has underwhelmed, it's still like the City goal
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
he did score against
Winner
Manchester.
against
There's
Palace.
something
Simmons hasn't really had those moments yet for us. Not the
Scored a lovely tap in the international break as
Yeah,
well after that
yeah.
majestic photo.
Unbelievable assist from Phil
He
Foden, wasn't
couldn't
it?
miss there.
Yeah,
So,
literally. The attack
7-1 so far.
7-1 so far.
Right wing.
Right wing is
Bukayo
right. So I'm going to put forward
Saka.
nobody for the right wing because I'm putting
Well, we've got to have
forward.
someone,
But Bukayo Saka goes in on right wing.
Okay, nice.
We're unanimous on that.
Okay.
Left wing is Mohamed Kudus. He is going in on the left hand side, like 1,000,000%. And if you put forward Trossard or Martinelli, then they're not getting in the team. Kudus has been one of the best wingers in the Premier League so far this season.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Maybe. But Leandro Trossard has actually.
but Leandro Trossard is not.
He's
getting in
been
this team.
genuinely, for the last probably month, our best attacking player.
And genuinely can't even nail down a starting
But
score. still in
that's
that
also
side.
why you're relying on corners.
Exactly.
Because Saka's haven't been that great.
Did you see the game against Sunderland?
have we scored more goals than you? I think we
No.
might. No, we haven't.
Maybe.
Maybe
No.
we might have scored more goals than you. It might be close. I mean, going forward,
Sorry, did we see that Leandro Trossard goal against us?
No,
don't get me wrong.
Trossard reminds me of like your Kalou, basically.
Yeah.
I prefer him off the bench to when he
Trossard
starts.
as a
Yeah.
player. I don't mind him
I
as a
think
player.
Kudus is a better player than Trossard.
Alright, I'll give
Kudus is
you
a far better player than Leandro Trossard. Trossard may be more efficient in terms of goals, better goal scorer, better finisher, but everything else
He
is
produces some
Mohamed
big
Kudus.
moments, Trossard.
He does,
Kind
he
of slacks
does.
on a little bit,
Yeah.
and he looks like hasn't.
Hopefully he doesn't
Yeah.
break Pedro Porro's ankles like he did in the last one.
Oh, he did.
Derby
do
at
that.
Emirates. Yeah, that wouldn't be ideal
That
again.
would be
But
fun.
yeah, Mohamed Kudus gets in on the left.
All right,
I
I'll give
think
it.
we're
I'll give
agreeing
it.
on
So
that.
we're 8-2 going into the striker.
8-2, a scoreline you are very familiar with. Interesting.
Nice.
And then
Nice.
going into the striker, so no Gyökeres,
Nope.
no Havertz.
Well,
Can we chuck these
It's-
guys in?
so-
Because I actually want to hear. Because I think
Okay, the only thing with Gyökeres
Gyökeres
and
is a
Havertz
doubt.
It's that they're both doubts, but
So
one
is
of them might make
Solanke.
it.
Solanke might make.
let's count.
We
them.
don't know yet.
All right, we'll have that argument.
bringing them-
Gyökeres versus
Merino
Solanke.
Richarlison. It's just a horrible, horrible subject.
That Richarlison wins, but I actually don't even. I don't even know if I
Would
can
he?
back Richarlison in anything.
Would he?
So Arsenal have actually scored more goals than Spurs in the Premier League
Obviously.
so far this season by 1. So that debate is there to be had with the attack, despite how poor we've been going forwards at times. We played such negative football, and yet we're still only 1 goal behind you.
Yeah.
Mighty league leaders.
Yeah.
But
Van de Ven carries you up.
yeah, we can't get carried by our centre-halves as
He's the
well.
top scorer, right?
Yeah, and I think it's Paulinho after him. So
Yeah.
no, it is Richarlison after him, and then Paulinho, I think. So I mean, both of our defenders and midfielders
Yeah.
are sort of carrying us in that regard. But strikers, then Gyökeres versus Dominic Solanke.
Mm-hmm.
I'm putting forward Solanke with chest.
I think Gyökeres would beat Solanke. I also think if Kai Havertz is available, Kai Havertz.
Okay, let's
Start
define.
Because I think
Are you
we-
putting forward Gyökeres or Havertz?
I'll
Or
put
what?
forward Havertz because I think he would get.
I
into
think
the team
by you
better.
putting forward Havertz concedes.
Okay,
Because we
well,
all
you
know
haven't heard
that
you haven't heard the
Gyökeres
arguments
are-
yet, mate.
But
Chill
also,
out.
we've seen Havertz and Solanke playing for Spurs and Arsenal at the same time,
And we've
Havertz
seen
is
Dominic Solanke playing in an Ange Postecoglou Tottenham Hotspur,
That's
where
beneficial,
where
I think.
by the way he popped up some very very big goals against you lot. I know we lost the game.
Yeah, we'll go
But
1-0 up, lose 4.
Dominic Solanke, genuinely, not even trying to like overhype or whatever, was very good for Spurs when he was fit last season. Was very important for us. The difference with and without him, hold up play, link up play, back to goal play. One of the best back to goal strikers in the Premier League.
Yeah, but that's where I think Havertz is better than him anyway.
No, he's
I
not.
think Havertz is
no,
that player
not
better.
not with his back to goal. I actually think Havertz, funnily enough, is a bigger goal scoring threat at times than Dominic Solanke.
Well,
I think
he's that too.
Solanke
That's what I was
Solanke
saying.
struggles in the box at times.
Oh, so
getting shots off.
More of a knobhead in a good way.
Yeah,
I said-
yeah,
I
no,
think
yeah,
Havertz
fair
puts himself
enough,
about a
fair
bit,
enough to say.
but I think Solanke's a bit more little short passes.
Yeah.
a bit more comfy in that sense.
Yeah, right. We've both put our arguments forward.
Yeah,
I don't think we're going to agree.
no.
So
If Dominic Solanke is fit and if
The
Kai Havertz is
opportunity
fit, who would you rather have
take
up
out
front?
and take out your Kai
I
Havertz.
was going to say he's a little
bias.
rat.
Yeah,
doing
you've
knee
got to
slides.
take that out.
I saw him doing that.
Be honest with yourself. Be honest with the audience.
Look at this absolute gaslighting, by the way.
Well, they're both ex-Chelsea. Technically,
They are both
They are both
ex-Chelsea,
ex-Chelsea.
and one you feel very much better about, I would say.
One of them scored the Champions League final, so I can ignore. Look, if
One of them
you
also
don't-
shushed your fans when he came back to Stamford Bridge.
Yeah,
so.
and
Yeah,
it got
by the
ruled
way.
out.
yeah,
Yeah,
fully.
mug.
Classic
I mean, he's a
Kai
mug,
Havertz,
but I
would say.
would go Havertz.
There you go.
That's crazy.
Vamos.
But fair enough.
9-2.
So,
And then you wanted to
9-2.
do the. For some reason, you wanted to do a manager debate.
well, I think you can put forward.
Yeah, no, put the Arteta.
Has
back.
Mikel Arteta failed at Arsenal so far? And Thomas Frank, we did at Brentford. No, obviously it's Mikel
Yeah.
Arteta.
There you go.
But yeah,
So-
that is our combined 11. I think pretty fair.
You
I
boys
think
made me more excited for this game, though.
if we had
the player battles, I just feel like I don't know. Maybe it'll be so bad that something different happens.
It could be so bad it's good. It could be like Spurs nick a goal early, Arsenal have to come out a bit.
An early Spurs goal would
An early Spurs goal would
be quite
really
fun.
put the cat amongst the pigeons, I'd say. That would be great. That would really, I mean, I'd love it, obviously, but I feel like that would force you. I mean, you're going to come out, but it might make the game a little bit more frantic.
An early goal either way.
No, if Arsenal go 1-0 up, it's TV off.
No, but if Arsenal go 1-0 up, we might be forced to go at them a little bit more. Yeah. And then maybe it becomes a more expansive game from there. I don't think we're the kind of team.
First, if they get a result.
I don't think we're the kind of team that get picked apart anymore, though. Really, like under Frank, like we have got a good record in terms of goals conceded this season.
But I think they'll smell blood in a fixture like this.
But are they smelling blood with Merino and Martinelli and stuff up front? Like, I don't think that's if they've maybe had a Gyökeres and Saka and Madueke, like maybe.
Yeah, I think Saka's.
Saka always.
I think
that's what I mean.
Ready to be like, yeah, I'm back.
And he loves a North London derby. He always has done. Even back in the Smith Rowe days.
After the Spurs transfer, obviously, we haven't even touched on
that's literally.
If Eze scored,
like, let's be honest. If there was a second most obvious goal of the season after Eze versus Palace,
it's Eze
against Spurs.
100%.
So, yeah,
or
that's
my dream, just to end this off, my dream is to have Tottenham Hotspur win and Xavi Simmons score the winner. That would be heaven for me in terms of all the shit we took in the summer. Yeah, that is a dream for me.
Yeah.
What's your dream?
My dream is that we win. My dream is that Eze scores, that Saka scores, that Trossard scores, Declan Rice
Merino scored.
Yeah, I want 5.
You want 5?
I want
at
least
least
5.
Not
5-2 or
dream. No, like a 5-0. Like an actually you stink.
So
and the fact that you even came to the Emirates with the idea of having a draw was embarrassing.
I mean, it's totally not embarrassing. I mean, we've done it before under Ange Postecoglou. I think we're going to do it again. What's your legitimate score prediction?
1-0 to the Arsenal.
All of that chat to go 1-0 is embarrassing, but
that is embarrassing. Stick the 1-0 set piece win
in the bag. Very much so. What is your score prediction, Tobes?
I think 3-0 Arsenal. I think Arsenal. I think for some reason the handbrake might be a bit off because I think Arteta knows as well. Like they had a bad result, get the fans back aside. One thing you can do is beat Tottenham comfortably. And I just don't, mate. I watching you recently. We
stink, but we also just don't. We don't really concede many goals. Like we're still. I don't think we get beat 3-0. Maybe I'd
rather Spurs got a result. I'd rather Arsenal don't win the league, but.
Yeah,
I just do.
If they had Gabriel, I'd be a lot less confident.
I do think that makes it interesting.
That makes a huge difference because I'm sure he will just score a corner if he was there.
What is your honest prediction?
My honest score prediction is I'm going to back us. I do probably think we will lose like 2-1, 1-0.
Back us.
But I'm going to back. I'm going to back a 1-1. I'm going to back. We're losing. I'm going to say 0-0 to like the 65th minute. And then we bring Kevin Danso on, a long throw, somehow squirms around in the box. Paulinho smashes it in, shirt off. And it's not Richarlison shirt off, so we won't concede straight after.
Also, Paulinho's got a draw scoring at the Emirates before.
He has, 2-2, Fulham back in the day. That was also a last-minute kind of vibe. So, a last-minute João Paulinho goal would be sensational, as long as it's not in like a 5-1 consolation. But that is...
Still.
Yeah, he would.
He would. Yeah, that is my prediction done. So, looking
1-0.
forward to the game.
There you go.
Yeah.
Should be a tasty one, but we'll be covering that next week. We'll be back.
We will.
Yeah, I like to think we're not gone after this.
Yeah,
that would be a terrible look. That would be worse than the Halo launch, wouldn't it? There we go. That is the first Back Post podcast complete. We will be back on Tuesday morning, ready for your commute with the outcome of the North London derby.
Please,
one of us,
please,
is going to be happy. One of us, well. We might both be disappointed with a draw.
I mean, I would be happy with a draw.
You'd be running around shirts with a draw.
No, I'm excited.
I'm doing a João Paulinho.
That'll be our full debut. We've had a little sub-video today.
And it won't just be the North London derby reaction. If Burnley do something against Chelsea, we will be there.
Don't think he's getting away scot-free if Burnley do something.
Newcastle, Man City. That could actually be a good game.
Yeah, that would be a good game.
As well. So we will have all of that. We're excited to be
on
here.
Tuesday.
Yeah, buzzing.
And this to the moon. Back post to the moon.